What's up, player? Yeah, Ed, living there talking here. Coming to you live at Daigo on VRified Games. How we doing, Daigo?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Yeah, it's good, man. It's going good. It's going good, man. Man, what's going on over here, man? We done all these product reviews. We're going to get to gaming?
Yeah, we're getting back to gaming.
Alright, so what do we got queued up over here?
Well Ed, got something a little bit special today. This is a showcase of a new VR Injector. A new kid on the block. A new pretender to the throne, Ed.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Alright, today we're taking a look at UGVR.
UGVR.
That's right, it's not a typo. I didn't stutter, I didn't mispronounce, I did not mean to say UEVR, I even did not mean to say UUVR. No, this is UGVR. Universal Godot Virtual Reality.
Godot.
That's right, Ed. Godot, not Godot, Godot. That's quite important because people keep mispronouncing this damn thing.
Alright, so what's all this then?
Well, Ed, the Godot engine is primarily known for 2D platforming style games. It's favored by indie devs. More recently, with Godot Engine 4, we started to see more 3D games coming out. More third-person games or first-person games. Now, I strongly believe that was in the wake of the controversy surrounding Unity. You see, up until then, the big engines favored by developers were Unreal and Unity. Unity was very, very attractive because for indie devs, they didn't have to pay for this thing. They could use Unity engine, they could build their game, and they could distribute it without any flat fees. Well, that all changed in 2022 when Unity began to charge for usage of the engine. Now, around that time, you notice a lot of developers jumping ship from Unity over to Unreal, but a lot of them went to this other engine, Godot, primarily because the engine interface was very, very familiar. If you had used Unity in the past, you could jump over to Godot and relatively quickly you'd pick it up. It was quite similar in terms of layout and how everything worked over there on Godot. So, fast forward a few years, a few games have been released, and now, thanks to Teddy Bear, and I love that name, thanks to Teddy Bear VR, we now have a universal Godot virtual reality injector.
Oh boy.
Yes, okay, so the 3D game library for Godot might be quite limited at the moment, but there are some gems in there. The really cool thing is, like, you know what you're getting. When an indie dev creates something, there's heart in there. There isn't a corporate overlord, there isn't a committee dictating how their game is going to be. It's their vision, it's their idea, and it's 100% theirs. So you know you're getting pure, unfiltered gaming goodness. And as such, there are some diamonds in there. We'll get to that in a second. So, what is the mission statement behind UGVR? Well, taking the leaf out of UEVR's book, it's a universal engine for Godot Engine 4 and above. And just like UEVR and UUVR, it adds a host of features. Now, with UGVR, what do you get out of the box? Well, you get full stereoscopic in-engine cameras, 6 degrees of freedom head movement, 6 degrees of freedom controller tracking. You even have hand models, which is kind of neat. Just something the other VR injectors actually do not have. So that's cool. You have 6 off motion controls right out the box. You have melee-based combat also. Gesture-based actions are being worked on. You even went niche of all niches. You can use arm swing locomotion within UGVR.
Arm swing locomotion.
That's right. So arm swing locomotion, it's not new. It's been used before in various other programs such as natural locomotion. Most notably, it was used in LA Noire as a control feature. Basically, the idea is you swing your arms as you would if you were naturally walking to propel the character forward. That's it. It adds a ton to immersion, and it's really cool to see this within UGVR as standard, that you can put this across the board in any of the games. Now, it is extremely early days. As such, at the moment, it's not exactly what I would call user-friendly. There's a lot of messing around with configuration files, this and that, but Teddy is working around the clock on this thing. He does have a VR UI in the works, so that will simplify things greatly. So be aware right now, if you want to jump into this thing today, it's not plug and play, not yet at least, but it's getting there, and it's getting there rapidly.
So what can we play on this thing, man?
That's why we're here today, Ed. Today we're taking a look at Cruel.
Cruel.
That's right, Ed. And this is available on Steam, link in the description. Now, what is Cruel? Okay. Well, it's kind of like a throwback. It's kind of like those early 90s first-person perspective games like Duke Nukem or Doom, Blood. In fact, with UGVR, the VR conversion, it plays a lot like Team Beef's Raz XOR.
Raz XOR?
Yeah. Just to briefly explain what that is. It is basically those 90s shooters, the boomer shooters are now referred to. Duke Nukem, Blood, Shadow Warrior, Redneck Rampage, all of those games can be played in VR thanks to Team Beef and the Raz XR. But Cruel really reminds me of that, especially Blood. Yeah, I don't know, it's very reminiscent of Blood in VR. Another clear influence is the game Angerfoot, and if you don't know what Angerfoot is, it's a Unity title. The idea is to get from one part of the level to the other as fast as you possibly can. Cruel plays exactly the same way. You've got to rush through these levels because there stirs a fire behind you, and you got to kick down doors, you got to kick over enemies, shoot them, whack them over the head. Do whatever you need to do to get from A to B. Angerfoot plays almost identically. That is what I would chiefly compare. So as UGVR is very young, there is a level of jank here that you will notice. If you look down, you're going to notice your weapon wheel is visible. Like all the weapons you have is visible there. Just, it's weird. You look down, you see this weird vortex with fists, with legs. It's clearly something you're not supposed to see. But because of VR injection, and this is not unique to UGVR, it's the same with UUVR, same with UEVR. You see things you're not supposed to see all the time, so you do have to take that into consideration. Now, what Teddy has done with this game in particular is really cool. You have the UI displayed on your left hand, which I think is neat, doesn't obstruct your view in any way. You have 6-off weapon tracking, so you can fire in any direction. You have gesture-based melee combat, so you swing any of your melee weapons, and it just works. Your motion controls are mapped to Xbox controller right out the box. Very cool. And the really cool thing about Godot-based games is their simplicity, which means the performance in VR is fantastic. It just runs buttery smooth. Cruel is a lot of fun. It's less than $10. Go ahead, pick it up, you know. Download UGVR for yourselves. All the links are in the description. You can try it out. However, I would recommend maybe holding off a little while until that VR UI gets implemented, just to simplify things for you. But if you're a more advanced user, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and play it. Totally worth it. Alright.
So I guess we're going to leave it there, you guys. Like, comment and subscribe. If you've any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you eventually. You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.
Y'all, listen up. Exclusive deal time. If y'all in the market for a meta headset, accessory, or game in the store, check out our affiliate links in the description for some money off on those bad boys. Not only will you get a sweet little discount on any of the sales, but we also get a little something, you know what I mean? It'd be much appreciated to help the channel out. Thanks, y'all. Yeah.